What's up, folks? How's it going? Another video after almost a week off. Can you believe that? I mean, I recorded a bunch of videos. I did 2 a day to be able to take some time off over the Thanksgiving break or holiday. I guess not even a break, just a holiday. Still did a lot of work, but didn't do any bike riding work. I did a bunch of the consulting stuff. So hey, still fun. Actually, Sunday was the first day I felt like I was actually on top of things for once. So that was something. Speaking of being on top of things for once, finally, I actually want to talk about not feeling like you're on top of things, and that's today's discussion. Today, we are going to discuss not feeling good enough, not feeling like things are working, having a bad time, all of that fun stuff. I say fun sarcastically and facetiously. Look at all this shit. Look at all this. It's all snow. I am pretty happy about it right now. Ask me again in February. Wait till the February videos roll around, like the second week of February videos. I'll be complaining like the snow needs to go. It sucks. I hate it so much. But right now, first snowfall of the year kind of thing, I love it. I love it. Although it has created some icy spots. And that sucked. I was riding earlier today and all the ice, and that was brutal. I have a bad habit of riding no-handed, you know, especially when I'm talking to you guys. Like, I use my hands when I talk a lot, so when I'm on camera, I never ride with my hands. Sorry, got headphones in, trying to get that cable out of my ear. Yeah, so it's been a lot different, or it's going to be a lot different. I'm hoping that I can maybe keep the camera up higher so that you can still see stuff and aren't looking so much down, but the slush and the ice and the snow can't really be riding no-handed as much, so we'll see what we can make happen. Oh yeah, see, like this. There's been a lot of like squeezing the seat with my thighs really tight to keep upright right now. Not right now, but while riding in this stuff. And I'm at the point of the year I'm gonna have to keep both of the fenders on. Okay, so I want to talk about not feeling good enough for whatever it may be. You know, we specifically, when we are trying to achieve something that we feel is greater than ourselves. You know, in my case, that could be business. Maybe you have a competition of some sort. You are maybe on a sports team, or maybe you are part of a weightlifting competition, are working towards a hard goal. Maybe you're trying to lose a bunch of weight and get in shape. Maybe you're trying to live out a new faith system that you have, or a new belief system. Maybe it is, I don't know. I feel like it's a good time to talk about this, as we just talked about purpose a little while ago. And when you find your purpose and then proceed to have to figure out how to live that purpose, a lot of times it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of change within ourselves to become the person we want to be or need to be to live out our purpose and to achieve the dreams that we have. And while you're going through that process of finding that change and finding a way to live life the way you feel you're intended to live life, you run into days, or not even days, you run into instances where you don't feel good enough for things, that you don't deserve it, that you aren't good enough to live out this goal that you have, this purpose, that it's too hard, it's too difficult, it's too whatever. It's a very real thing to feel. And it's a really sucky place to be. But I want to remind you that you are not alone in that feeling. That we all have those days, we all have those feelings. Whoa. We gonna do this? What do you guys think? Just got to get over here. I don't know. Let's see. We'll go for a walk. Gotta take out the headphones, so really don't want to run the risk of not hearing a train. Actually, let me listen real quick. Okay. I believe we're good. Now I just gotta find a way to get over to the apartments. And I actually am not seeing any way to get over there. Huh. I don't think there's a way over there. That's all the river. That's all gated off. And I don't see anything over here, so we're gonna go back. We're not gonna risk it. Wow, that's slippery. I ordered a pair of boots a while ago, but with all the backups and restrictions, and not restrictions, but with the whole shutdown that happened, and then all the backup and everything of the supply chain, they're not going to be in for another 2 or 3 weeks, which is crazy to me, but it is what it is. Not a lot we can do about that. All right, now we can put the headphones back in. You're gonna run into these times where you feel that you're not good enough, that it's too hard, that you don't deserve it, whatever it may be. And that might be true to an extent. One, you can do it. I fully believe in you. You can do it. Two, if you're really trying to work hard and you're being ethical and honest and you're really trying to live out a good life and live out what you truly believe is your purpose, I would never sit here and tell you, no, you don't deserve that. That you don't deserve this dream that you're chasing. Sometimes dreams don't work. Yes. But that doesn't mean that you should give up on everything completely. Right? Maybe my dream of... Sorry, I'm just paranoid about poison ivy. So I'm cleaning off my shoes and my bike tires right now. Okay. Let's go this way. You know, maybe my dream of having these videos go big and, you know, then I'm able to do this on the side and make all this money from the, not even make money, I guess, but live out this dream of my career as my own business. And this is extra and this is fun and we have a whole community here of all these great people. It's possible that that doesn't happen. But I'm going to give it everything that I have. Not going down without an absolute knockdown, drag out fight, the biggest of my life kind of thing. And if you pursue things with that energy and that passion and that zeal, most of the time it will work for you. But even if that doesn't work for you, you will find something else. That if you go with that drive and that zeal, you will find something that you will be highly successful in your life. That's from the business perspective. From the life perspective, from the living your life to the fullest and living out your purpose. Maybe living out your purpose doesn't look like what you think it looks like right now. Maybe it looks like something different. But if you're committed to living that out, let's go down here, see what's down here. If you are committed to living out your purpose and committed and dedicated and willing to give everything you have towards that goal of finding your purpose, of living out your purpose, you will be successful. 100%, no doubt in my mind whatsoever. You will find success in that and you will live out your purpose and live out your goals. Again, maybe maybe I feel that my purpose is to help inspire and lift other people up, right? I think we talked about this and empower them. We talked about this a couple videos ago when we were talking about purpose, actually. That was maybe 2 weeks ago that we talked about that. Anyways, that is my purpose. And right now, I believe the way that I'm going to live that out is through running this business and doing these channels and all that stuff. I could be wrong in that. The business may never take off, the channel may never grow, but I'm not going to give up on that until I have exhausted every ounce of energy, every ounce of will and determination to getting there. And it is possible that these things don't work out, but that doesn't mean my purpose, that I can't live out my purpose. Maybe living out my purpose looks a little different than what it looks like right now. And in 20, 30 years, maybe it looks very different than what it does right now. Success or no success. If you give it your all, your 100% best, you work harder for this than you've worked for anything in your life, you will find success in whatever it is that you are seeking. Again, obviously there are some caveats to that you can try your absolute damnedest to be a famous musician, and it might not happen. That doesn't mean that your purpose doesn't revolve around music or even live in the music sphere. Maybe you're writing songs. Maybe you're a music teacher. Maybe you have a different job that isn't your life goal, but you teach guitar lessons. There's still ways that you work as hard as you can. You will find a way to live out your purpose and get what you want out of life, to have that fulfillment. But you have to put the work in to get there. Nothing is given out for free at all, ever, and it never will be. Building on that then, while you're putting in all that effort, you're going to run into days, into weeks, into maybe even a month or so, where you just feel like you're not good enough. And in no way, shape, or form is that true. Or at least it doesn't have to be true. It is true that maybe you aren't good enough in this very moment to be at the level that you ought to be. But nothing is stopping you from doing everything you can to learn and to get to that point of being objectively good enough, skills-wise, to achieve your dream. Nothing is stopping you in that realm. Now, on a personality level, on your personal worth level, you're always good enough. You will always be good enough, and you deserve a happy life, and you deserve to live out your purpose, but you need to put in the work to get there. You deserve it, but you have to earn it. If you've ever seen Saving Private Ryan, that's a theme. You have to earn it. You have to commit, you have to show up, and you have to execute what needs to be done to get what you want. But you do deserve it. You'll run into days where you don't feel like it's working, that you want to give up, that maybe I'm wrong, maybe this is not it, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth putting in all this effort for this. And when you hit that place, you really have to ask yourself why you're feeling that. Is this something, because if you truly want something, then it's worth it. If you really believe in something, then it's worth it. If you decide, I don't want this, it's not something I thought I was interested in this, but I'm actually not, that's okay. Just because that specific route wasn't for you doesn't mean that your entire purpose wasn't for you. You tried something, you decided it wasn't what you wanted it to be, wasn't what you decided or had originally planned on it being, had decided it would be. You don't feel like it's fitting your purpose anymore. That's okay. That's okay. Time now to move on to the next thing to get there. When you hit those moments of this isn't worth it, or this is too hard, I can't do this, am I wrong, am I this? There's a C.S. Lewis quote that's wonderful, that and it's very simple. And he simply says, there are far, far better things ahead of you. And I want you to remember that going forth, because truly there are far, far better things ahead of you. I talked about my purpose on the personal level of wanting a family and wife and kids one day and how glorious that would be. I talked about that. What I haven't talked about yet is that who I thought I was going to have that with at one point in my life is not who I am now having that with. And I'm fortunate for that. As sad and as miserable as the whole experience was, learning that I was wrong has given way to a phenomenal relationship and the best partner I could have ever asked for. What happened was, I was with somebody for years, I proposed, and the proposal was rejected. I thought for years that this was the person I was going to be with forever, that this was it. It wasn't. I was wrong. And that's okay. And that is okay. Oh, this is cool. Thought I saw an open pathway that we're not going to go through. The reason I bring that up is because after that point, when my relationship fell apart and I thought my life was over, I mean, it was legitimately the first time in my life where I sat there, I laid in bed, and I remember thinking to myself that I'm okay with dying now, because at least if I'm dead, I don't feel the pain. And in no way whatsoever am I saying that I was suicidal. That is not at all a place that I was in mentally. I was just in so much pain that I felt, at least if it did happen, that at least it was over then. And that was a period of my life where I thought maybe I don't deserve everything. You know, maybe this isn't something that is my purpose. Maybe all of these dozens of hours of contemplating deeply what I want out of life and working towards everything I did, trying to set myself up to be the best husband and father that I could be. Maybe I won't get that now. Maybe it's all over. Maybe I gave it everything and that was my one shot and I blew it. I dealt with that for years. It wasn't until 2.5 years later that I told myself, no, you This is still your purpose. It's just the route that you thought your life was going to take isn't actually what it's going to take. And that's okay. Don't give up yet. And honest to God, within, I don't know, a couple months, 3 months, I met Brooke. I was debating getting some coffee, but not now. Not with that line. The reason I share that story is to show that I'm not just saying that. Like, I really mean it, that you will face periods of your life where this isn't worth it. I'm not good enough. Nothing's going right. Maybe this isn't it. I feel that from time to time in my own business. I really do. I can put on the aura of positivity. In a lot of ways, I'm a positive person, but I can put on that face. I can show the side of me that I want on camera, that I want to portray. But it's not always exactly how I'm feeling. That's the purpose for this channel, is to be honest with that. Because it's not good to hide that. You got to share that with people. It'll eat you alive. And I don't want it to eat you alive. I really don't. So yes, you will run into days where you don't feel like you're good enough. You will run into days where it just doesn't feel like it's going right and you question everything. And that's okay. It sucks. It really sucks. But that's okay. It's part of the process, and you get on the other side of that stronger. And the more you make it through those, and the more you just acknowledge that, okay, yes, I'm having one of those days. It's just a rough day. It's just a rough place. And there's actually, the reason I want to talk about this is because I was talking to my friend Shannon about this recently, about those days. Just not feeling like things are going right and just feel like giving up a bit. And she made a comment of, keep the faith, keep the belief, and trust the process. Be mindful of that. Be present and acknowledge that. And then move on and carry forth. And emerge stronger the next time you face that. And the next time the world tries to get you down a little bit. You're not in this alone. We're all in this together. We've all been there. There's a lot of us who have been there, and there's a lot of us who are rooting for you. And it's all about the community. I said this in my podcast just recently, that no man is an island, and that a rising tide lifts all ships. You're not alone. There's other people who have been through this and who are going through this. It can help you work this out. And when we all work this out together, that rising tide, that positivity, that determination, that grit, that drive to help ourselves and help each other up, that tide, that lifts all the ships, man. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. That's all the time I got for this video today. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm, and I really, truly appreciate it. And if you know somebody who could use this message, send it to them. Send it to them. I am going to send this video to a friend of mine who I know could use it right now. Stay positive, stay strong. I believe in every single one of you. I will see all of you maybe tonight for a snow ride. I don't know, but I'll see all of you for sure in the next video. But until then, have a great day.